Now today's video, I just want to use this video to like answer, one question I get asked every now and then. So because I'm here in the United States of America, I get asked this question, like most people back home, they want to know what it's like, my cost of living here in Birmingham, Alabama, United States, or my cost of living as a graduate student in the United States of America. So I get messages from like students who are, interested in studying abroad. Most times they come to my DM or my Facebook Messenger. They send me messages and they're asking, they want to know how it is like. And I can't just keep, responding to everyone. I just don't know. I just felt like I should make this video so that anyone who needs such, information will definitely come here and, get that information. So I'm going to be letting the cat out of the bag. I'm going to attack this in a way where, we're going to take out, maybe somebody taking me grocery shopping. I'm just going to give you like a rundown of my, expenses in a month, regardless of maybe, I get, maybe free rides to grocery shopping and stuff like that. So guys, you need to get your pen and paper ready in case you want to know what it's like. I mean, so you do the math. Those of you that this is the time, this is the video for you, okay? Hello Tisovalites, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, you're highly welcome. If you are a returning subscriber, Daluso, which means thank you so much. So guys, I'd like to start off by introducing myself again. My name is VALEEN and I am a graduate student at the University of Alabama at Birmingham, where I am studying cybersecurity. I make educational videos centered around study abroad as well as sharing my experiences here as an international student. Now, if any of these areas sounds interesting to you, then you want to join this family by hitting the subscribe button, turn your notifications bell on so you're the first to get notified once I upload my content. And guys, I'll never let you go until you subscribe to my channel. And I'll do that by spelling my name so you'd have time to subscribe. Now, VALEEN. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. So I want to start off by which area? Where do I even start from? That's the problem. I don't know if I should start off with something that's very high so it doesn't scare you, or something that's very low so we can understand ourselves. But I feel like either way, anyone that comes on, just accept it. So guys, I live in Birmingham, Alabama, United States of America, and here in the United States, as a graduate student, I'm living in a studio apartment. So guys, if you want me to do a tour video of my apartment, let me know in the comment section and I'll do that. So you also get an idea, the apartment I'm paying such an amount for, okay? So basically, a studio apartment is like what you call a bed sitter in Nigeria. Yeah, a bed sitter, yes. So what I pay for a month for rent is about $800. And when I add like my renter's insurance, okay, I think I should just break that down on its own, because when I add everything that goes along with that, it would come to like $8,000 in a month. So I know that might sound very high. I am sorry. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. So do the math. I think, do the math yourself. So, but basically, when I moved into this apartment, remember I uploaded a video where I talked about my terrible roommate experience in the United States of America. If you have not seen that video, please go hit the link here after you watch this video so you watch that video to understand where I'm coming from. So when I was living with my ex-roommate, I was living in a 2-bedroom apartment. And so what I'm paying now is what we used to pay like as roommates. Do you understand? So when you're living together with someone, it's a lot cheaper. when compared to you living alone. So why my rent is a bit high on the high side is because of two things. One, I'm living alone, and then two, when I moved in here, I was desperate to get an apartment. I just needed a place to call my own. During that time, like, I didn't find someone to co-sign for me, so it took a lot of time, a lot of stress. And so when I got this one, I wasn't even worried about the price at that time. It's a bit close to school, and so I wasn't thinking about, I just needed a place because I didn't want to go, be disapproved again. I was homeless already, and I just did not want that anymore. I was already too tired, and so that's how I took this apartment, and that's why my rent is that way. Okay, so don't be scared. When you come here, if you want your rent to be a lot cheaper, you can get a roommate so that you guys can split the bill. So when you get a roommate, people stay in like 3 bedrooms, 4 bedrooms, and they share the bill in a month. So let's say you get an apartment 3 bedroom and you're paying like $1,000 in a month. That would be like $300 for both of you. Do you understand? So what I'm paying now can just be someone's, the whole expenses for the month. Okay, so don't be scared. Just decide within you if you're ready to stay with a roommate. For me, I'm not. That's out of the equation henceforth. So that's on rent. The next thing that I spend my money on every month is my renter's insurance. So every month I pay renter's insurance fee of $30. So it's different from Nigeria, where nobody asks you to pay renter's insurance. Like, the landlord do they even know what renter's insurance mean, but somehow during my uni days we used to pay like deposit fee, but deposit fee is not even renter's insurance. You're just insuring your apartment in case of any fire outbreak or any eventualities or something that will just happen. You are insured. So every property in your apartment has been insured, so it means that you get money back if should anything happen, anything of that nature happen, which we pray for it not to happen. But you'll not get an apartment here if you don't have a renter's insurance. I don't know, but that's what happened for me. Like, they asked me to tell the renter's insurance company to send them an email of my paperwork before I was allowed to move into this apartment. So that's what I pay one of my expenses for the month. So that's $1,030. That's for that. The next thing that I spend on in a month is my power, electricity. So here I pay for electricity in a month. Sometimes I pay up to $100. So I haven't paid above $100, and I'm not going to tell you. Sometimes I pay like $50. Sometimes I pay $60. It depends on what I am doing that month. And now that I'm filming and I have a lot of lightning, so maybe I'll make a vlog so you guys see my equipment and understand what I'm talking about, why it is like that. So the next thing that I spend my money on would be water. So for water I don't pay above $60 for water, so it's within $40 to $60. So let's leave it at $60 because that's the range, and I don't want to go below because sometimes I pay, so $60 every month for water. And guys, remember that when you're living alone with someone, you share the bill. So if it's $60, you're going to be sharing that bill. That'll be $30 for each party. But for me, I'm living alone, so don't be scared about any bill that you hear me say now, because it will be the same for you if you live alone. But if you don't want to live alone, if you want to get a roommate, then you can split the bill. The next thing that I spend my money on every month would be transportation. Transportation is a huge problem here. Birmingham is not like a huge city, a big city like New York, California, Chicago, all those places where you have like trains moving here and there. Like, when I went to New York, it was really beautiful. You could see a lot of things happening. It's not that way here. Like, if you don't have a car here, it's really very hard. Like, you get to trek most of the time. So I trek to school. I trekked to school. I can't remember a few times. Maybe I was running late to school, then I take Uber, and maybe if the weather was hot, like during the summer it was just too hot, and then I take Uber, and then maybe it was during the winter because me and Code we're not friends. I already made a video where I talked about my first experience arriving in the United States of America. If you haven't watched that video, then go watch the video here after you're done watching this video, okay? So, yeah, for transportation, to be honest, grocery shopping, that'll be one of the places, then church, and then to where else? Grocery shopping, church, maybe to see a friend, which I rarely do. I rarely leave my apartment. I'm a loner. I'm not the party type. I don't drink. I don't know how to do all those things. So I'm more of to myself. So I really don't go out often. I think it was yesterday I had my first like house party. So maybe I'll insert a clip of that party here. That was the first in almost 2 years, you can imagine. So to Walmart. Walmart is pretty far from where I live. So that should be like on a normal day, that should be about 20-25. If you're going to Walmart Lakeshore, that's almost like $20-30 just to go. So to come back, that's like $60 for one trip. For one trip, it depends on the kind of Uber you order for anyway, but for one trip, that's like what you're going with. But if you're going to the one that is a Walmart Homewood or Walmart, the one that is closer, but that one is like you can't see everything there. So that's why most time it's just the first time I got to the US, that's when I went to that Homewood one. Other times I've always been going there. So yeah, sometimes I get rides to those places, but I'm just giving you like an estimate of what I would have spent if I'm going, like if I'm taking, so $60 for one trip. So let's say I go to Walmart twice in a month, that would be like $120, right? $120. That's a lot of money. Oh boy, that's big money, guys. That's big money. But that's it. And then you're going to church. I think to church is about $9 to $10. So church has like a bus, that comes to take us sometimes, all the time, but sometimes, they might come earlier than you want. If you don't want to go to church early, they will come early. So if you don't want to go to church early and you want to like do your makeup and all those kind of things, that means you have to take Uber to church if you don't have a friend taking you to church. So that's like $20. So $20 for like 4 weeks, that's $80, right? $80, 120. That's $200 on transportation. And guys, though, I don't just go to Walmart. I also go to like African supermarkets like Mr. Chen's, Ma Pablo, and which other one? Ma Pablo is like a Mexican restaurant. Mr. Chen's is a Chinese restaurant that they sell African items there. So imagine when you add those things to it, that's like almost about that's crazy, oh, that's crazy. So guys, there's a workaround to that. There's the bus pass that you can get. I don't know how that works because I haven't even used the bus pass since I got here. My neighbor was talking to me about it. I haven't tried that. I know it's less expensive. If you have that, then you can go around Birmingham, but I haven't tried that, so I'm not going to tell you what I don't know. But if you're using Uber here, Uber is super expensive, so it's very, very expensive. If you don't have a car here, you're going to spend a lot on like transportation. Oh, wow, this life, I can't kill myself. But let's move on. So guys, the next item that I spend my money on every month, I don't know if I should say it, but this is like, I think this is like the main after like the rent. It is food, groceries itself. So remember I was talking about transportation. Transportation is just to go and to come back. I'm talking about to buy the things itself, like to buy your fish and your meat. And see, if you are somebody who's not picky like me, you do fine. You'll be good. If you can do pizza, burger, waffles, pancake, you're good. If you can do salad, you're good. But if you're like me, where eba and okra soup is your it's your 5 and 6, then be ready to pay, because I eat strictly Nigerian meal. Like, I'm not going to lie. I eat strictly Nigerian meal. Even with Nigerian meal, I'm very picky. You know when they say someone is picky? I'm very picky. When I was coming to the US, like the first flight, my first time, I was hungry throughout that flight. So imagine being on the flight for like 2 days and then you didn't eat nothing. That was me. 18 hours, nothing. When we got to Paris, nothing. When we got to Houston, it wasn't until we got to my uncle's house that I ate something. So it is crazy. I am picky with Nigerian food. So imagine, so I spend a lot on food. That's what I'm trying to say. I spend a lot on food because I just habanero pepper is like $6, and I like pepper. So imagine me having just one in my meal. That's like you are killing yourself. But that's me. So your rice, your yam is just one tuber could be one tuber is like $15 now. So imagine you're $15, $7. So I spend up to be honest, I spend, let me just leave it at $300. But to be honest, I know I spend more than that every month. And I cook my meal. I cook my meal 98% of the time. I don't know how to eat out. I'm not the eat out kind of person. I'm not the fast food kind of person. I like homemade meal. So I cook my own meal. And I buy, I beg, 300, 400, it depends. Sometimes it could be more. But I'm just being on the average $300 in a month. But it could be less for you if you are used to like eating all those American meal or eating Oyibo food. I'm not that person. So that's why my money is that big. The next thing that I spend my money on is my phone bill, my phone internet. So I was using a provider where I was paying $60 before in a month. So I had to switch to a cheaper plan where I pay like $30 every month. I know that plan, the data is a bit wishy-washy, but I mean, anything that will make me reduce cost is what I'm doing, because I'm already spending too much on food, rent, I'm living alone. That on its own is just too much. So yeah, so I'm spending $30 on my phone, right? So the next thing I spend my money on is my internet at home. My internet at home, I spend about $50 every month. Yes. So at some point, I changed to like the one for $29. I think from $30 to $50 between that range. So that's what I spend on my house internet every month. Guys, remember, if you're living with someone, you're going to split the bill. Whatever I'm telling you is for someone living alone. Okay? So the next thing that I spend my money on would be medicals. So for medicals, that is like, I won't say I spend on it monthly, because I spend on it like every semester. I pay that, and that's for an international student. Like the first time, I think I paid about $1,200 for that every semester. Sometimes it could drop, like it could be 800, it could be 900, it could be, but the highest would be 1,217, something like that. But that's like every semester, so that's like every 3-4 months. So if you divide that, by month, you should get the math. So 13 divided by what? 4 months. Let's just say $400. I don't know, but that's it. But let's just leave it, because since it's like I pay that with my tuition, but that's like a bill. So I just wanted you to know, just in case you want to divide it per month and know what I pay for every month. So the next thing that I spend my money on would be on books. This should be like the miscellaneous part. My books, yes. So I don't really buy books all the time, except I am seriously in need of that book. Sometimes they make a book mandatory, other times they don't make the book mandatory. Like I remember some of my courses, I had to buy those books. I didn't buy them per se. I had to like buy like online the e-version of the book. And so when you buy those books, they give it to you for like the semester, and then you pay like, I can't remember how much, like $50 thereabout. So I paid for books. So it depends on the number of courses I'm taking for that semester. If I'm taking 3 courses or 4 courses, so you multiply that, and that will give you like, let's say $50 times 4 or 3. That will be $150. Yes. So that's what I spend on books. But sometimes it could be less. I might not necessarily buy the book, except I desperately need the book. But that's how it is. I can't. I bought a book before, like for my certification. I bought that book about $150. Yes. So that's how much really I spend on books. The next thing that I spend on, less miscellaneous wise, would be my girly thing, my skincare things, my cream, my deodorants, my body spray, all those things, hair stuff. Yes, so that I don't buy them no, I think I buy them monthly, because my cream is really very tiny. Guys, it will shock you. I'm currently using CeraVe. I'll show you. It's very tiny. Let me get it, Seth. So guys, this is the cream that I currently use, and so CeraVe, this is very tiny, I don't know, and I have a dry skin, so it means I need to always apply lotion on my skin, and I have other things I use like body oil, body glow and stuff like that, because I have a dry skin, and it's not just dry, extra dry skin, proudly dry skin. So don't come for me in my comment section, because I love my body the way it is. So yeah, I spend on that, and I spend on like my hair, because here I used to like make my hair, but I had to cut my hair. One day I'll unveil my hair so you guys see it. So I spend on hair. But the thing about hair is that when you buy it, it's not like you're going to be doing every month, you know. But now that I cut my hair, I think to cut my hair I spent $11 plus the tip. That's like $15 to cut my hair. So, and that would be like a monthly thing now. So that would be like $15 to cut my hair every month. So yes, that's one other thing that I spend my money on miscellaneous wise would be okay, so I have like an iCloud storage, 2 terabytes. Guys, don't come for me. Yes, my phone came with the 512 gigabyte storage, but it got full. My friend told me that I'm the first person that is using an iPhone that he has heard that their storage got full, but that's me. And now I have like 2 terabytes iCloud storage, and I pay like $10 every month for that one. And I don't pay for Netflix because my good friend gave me a Netflix account. Shout out to Lauren. And then Hulu, someone else gave to me. And then I know I pay for something else. Yeah, my TubeBuddy, because I'm a YouTuber, so I pay for TubeBuddy every month. That should be about $10 every month. And then I also pay for, what else do I pay for? Like all these bills. I think I pay for this one online training that I'm doing. So every month I pay like $50 every month for that online training in my course. So that's another miscellaneous there. What else do I pay for every month? Every month. I don't do Spotify. I don't do iTunes. If I need music, I just do YouTube. I listen to YouTube music and stuff. So basically, that's it. So the major things that I spend my money on every month would be my rent, my power, my internet, my water, my renter's insurance, my transportation, my food, groceries, my miscellaneous, my phone bill, and what else? Those are the major things that I spend my money on every month. So let's do the math. I haven't done the math. I just wanted us to do it together. So rent, I have rent, guys. Oh, insurance. So rent, I have 1,000. Transportation 3. Transportation. How much did we say transportation was? Transportation was, let's say 200. Was it 200 or 200? Let's just say 1,200, food 300, phone bill 30, what is it? Internet 50, renter's insurance 40. Was it 40 or 30? I can't remember. Books and all like 150. Miscellaneous. The miscellaneous part was like, no. Books, let me just say 50, because that'll be like every 3 months. So miscellaneous, we had, I can't remember all the things we listed just now, but I think from the look of things was almost like $100. So that's 15, 16, 17, 18. So $1,800 every month. I know I'm forgetting something because I didn't put all the items down before I filmed this video. So let's just say, give or take, I spend like about $2,000 every month. Because if I add my YouTube items, what I get for YouTube every month, don't worry, we'll just make another video about my cost, you know, my expenses as a YouTuber every month. That would be a different video on its own. But guys, that's what I spend in a month, so it's no joke. So guys, you see, it's not easy to be living in the abroad. It's not easy. So if you have intentions of coming here, you should have these things in mind. Don't just come and feel like when you come here you just get a job, everything will be fine. Yes, everything will be fine by His grace, but please have these things in mind and know that, you know, when I was living with someone, so let's say this is about $2,000. If I was living with someone, it would be like $1,000 every month. So you understand, because I'm living alone, that's why it seems like it's very high, you know. But then when you put everything together, like when you put everything, guys, I did not even add like maybe clothing or stuff like that. So when you put everything together as a single girl living alone, it's 2K dollars. So those of you in Nigeria thinking that VALEEN has money, I don't have money. Oh, people should be sending me money. I've not even mentioned my tuition, because if I mention my tuition, we are going to end this video. It will be bloody. We are going to end this video. So please be sending me money. That I'm in the abroad does not mean I have money. No, it means I need money from you people. Because don't be scared if you're coming. Like I said, you just need to like find yourself a roommate. Find an apartment that is very affordable, because my apartment is quite high. That's because I got my apartment when I was desperate. I wasn't thinking about the price. I just needed a place because I didn't have a co-signer. And so when I got one, I just wanted to get it and move in before they change their mind and stuff like that. So that's why it's this high. But long and short, it's never going to be cheap. It's never going to be cheap, because definitely it will still be higher than somebody living in Nigeria. And you know I'm in Nigeria, so anything I'm doing mathematics. I'm calculating it. Like, what is the dollar rate right now? I think it's 450 or 460. Has it gone down to 380 and 385? So multiply $2,000 by 450. If it's 380 or 390, multiply it, and then you know the math yourself. So guys, this is the end of this video. I hope this video didn't scare you or anything. I just wanted you to know my living expenses every month as a single girl, as an international student, as a student, anything you want to call it, living in Birmingham, Alabama, United States of America. So if you have any other questions, let me know in the comment section and I'll do that video for you. If you have any questions surrounding studying abroad, let me know. Send me an email and I will definitely respond to you when I can, of course. Or follow me on all my YouTube channels and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Till we see you again. Bye guys.